Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go over a Halloween Cup submission from a subscriber here on the channel. So just to let y'all know, you can always send me videos, and the where you can send them is in the link below. And Google Drive is usually the best, so definitely wasn't watching This Is Halloween, Nightmare Before Christmas. All right, let's go ahead and get into what this team's going to be. It's actually going to be, yeah, again in Halloween Cup, so saving that for the nighttime videos, just to stay thematic with Halloween and darkness and all that. And speaking of darkness, the lead in the cup here, or in the team here, is going to be Greninja. I did mention in another video that I had used Greninja in a Pokemon Play tournament, and it didn't go so well for me, but I know that it's very good. Just have to be very good with the frail Mon that get to their moves so fast and hit so hard. But in this cup, Greninja is very good. Things you have to look out for: Azumarill, any of the fairy types as well. And you probably can't beat a lot of the pure fairies, but you can beat Azumarill if you want to win the twos. You can go straight to the 2 shield. Now, they don't necessarily have to shield anything if their Azumarill is very high attacks. Not attack stat, more I guess defense and HP weighted, so trying to get close to that rank 1 Azumarill. But yeah, and then the backline here is going to be Carbink, which we showcased in the last Halloween video, and then Clodsire. The interesting thing on the Clodsire here is they are running Stone Edge. I think most people have moved to Sludge Bomb, but we'll see how Stone Edge fares in these battles. If you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get in the video. Alright, so as per usual, movesets there on the left, and let's go ahead and get into this matchup. So Galarian Weezing, definitely something that I've noted as probably the best Mon in this cup, or at very least the most used Mon. Has a lot of versatility. You can definitely use an interesting moveset on it as well, whether you want to go for your big move to be Play Rough or Overheat. I've seen both ways, so yeah, definitely interesting. So let's go ahead and get into these battles. Technically, this matchup's not great because they do have Fairy Wind. Going for the bait move here, definitely this is resisted, but we'll see if they end up thinking that it's going to be the actual Hydro Cannon. Nice of them to shield. Very good catch, I guess, by our opponent, but at least we know what it is. If you actually look at our team, it's kind of like decently weak to Azumarill. But one interesting thing is, with that blast, these fast attacks plus the earthquake plus the fast attacks afterwards actually might be enough to take out this Azumarill if we want to go for like a big farm down. Azumarill, some bad timing there on the Azumarill's part, not by a lot. Play Rough, definitely not the move to go. Very interesting. The worst this can be is Ice Beam, but the fact that they already threw Play Rough is weird. Maybe it is shiny. You think it's single moved. They do come back in with the Weezing here. We are pretty low, but this could only, well, technically it could be that Overheat, which would KO. Now, this one basically can only be Brutal Swing, which is not going to be enough here. Going for the Stone Edge. Earthquake KOs, but they do still have a shield, right? Okay, so trying to get those shields out. Oh, okay, they do try to catch on the oh my god, why can't I think of the name of this thing? Galvantula. That actually did a ton of damage. Wait, was this? 1 second. What's the normal amount of damage it does to that Galvantula? It's neutral, and it almost KO'd it. And the CPs are all normal and everything. I'm not too sure on that one. And then Carbink just going to be able to basically take this out as soon as possible. Sludge. That is why they were throwing Brutal Swing. That makes a lot more sense. I did not mention Sludge is a move that it can have in my thing because I haven't thought about it in a little bit. The last time I used Galarian Weezing myself, again, I don't have the Shadow, I was using Sludge because it was super effective against the fairy types that I wanted it to be effective against. So, all right, Clodsire here in the lead. Obviously, this is a very good lead for us, and we really need to get through this thing because our Mon in the back are very weak to it. I guess technically, I mean, yeah, we're going to get hard, so we do want to shield up. We can actually go for the Night Slashes here. I actually really like going for this Night Slash because it's going to KO plus give us the chance for the double boost. Do we get it? No, we don't get it. I would shield this, I think, just because we're still going to have this huge energy advantage. Okay. Very advantageous for us. I don't know. We could actually just switch here, or we could gain a lot of energy. Okay, I like this. We do bait out the Mandibuzz, I guess, but we actually have Stone Edge for this, which is very good for us. Actually going to have the super effective move for the Flyer here. To be fair, we don't really need to beat this thing because we still have the possibility of getting Carbink onto this, which is just a hard wall to the Mandibuzz. But having Stone Edge is fantastic. Good timing here. You want to go every 1, 4, 7 when you have a 2-turn move versus a 3-turn move. And yeah, we definitely want to throw the Earthquake here. And really, this Carbink doesn't do anything to us, so this is way GG's. Carbink resists everything that... interesting. So someone in my last video was asking about Power Gem usage on Carbink. And for me, I prefer Rock Slide just because it's faster to get to. Yes, it does much less damage than Power Gem, but you're already not using a high energy gaining move, so I don't really like going for those big damage moves that can be shielded. Now, technically, shields were down in this situation, and actually probably was the best move to use, although maybe Moonblast is still better, but yeah. All right, Azumarill doing a little bit of damage before coming back in. Actually, I think it's a really good idea now that we saw it go through on the last one. Probably he saw that, hey, this kind of worked last time. Looks like we actually got a little bit of lag there, ended up doing bad, inefficient timing, I guess. They definitely have shown Ice Beam. If we do want to try to win this matchup, we can do this. Anyways, what I was saying before was we saw the Azumarill matchup kind of play out against the Greninja / Clodsire combination last time, and it did seem like doing one move to the Azumarill was enough to basically allow us to get to an Earthquake that would basically KO and give us that extra energy going into the next matchup. I like saving the shield here. We could come in Carbink and kind of just farm this down. We don't have to worry about too much. The worst move possible here is... what in the world is this mon? Anyways, the worst move possible could have been Hydro Cannon, or Hydro Pump rather, which would have been super effective against us, but looks like they probably had a Mandibuzz in the back if I was going to guess, or maybe a Sableye, something that's hard-walled by the Sableye, by the Carbink here. Now, this mon... I don't know what this is. Blasphalon. It's a fire type. It's not 1500. I'm pretty sure this is a legendary. Yeah, well, I don't know what moves it has. Looks like it has Incinerate, which I guess good for us. Was this CMP? I think this was CMP, to be honest. Okay, well, that thing's gone. Okay, they must not have an answer to the Carbink in the back. I don't necessarily like going into a hard counter here. I actually think I would have stayed in with the Greninja. It doesn't take too much damage. Oof, opponent was screwed either way. They're actually triple weak to Carbink here. You don't need to go for this Moonblast. Definitely Rock Slide, super effective. They don't have anything they can really hit us with. Technically, this is the hardest hitting move left if it's the Dazzling Gleam. I mean, this is GG. We could actually just farm down both of these mon and never do anything again. This team, triple weak to Rock and triple weak to Carbink. I don't know why the opponent shielded here. They're doomed. We don't take any damage from any of these moves. Which one's better to use? I guess technically Dark Pulse is slightly better because it does... Well, catching you here in the middle of the video, definitely subscribe if you haven't. Just take a second, hit it. All right, back to the video. Because Aerial Ace is just a kind of a bad move, right? This is Halloween Cup. All right, Nidoqueen. Now it takes 6 Poison Fangs. 6 Poison Jabs to get to Poison Fang. They don't end up throwing it. Sometimes these... Oh, no, it's just CMP. Sometimes these actually run double nuke if you have Stone Edge, which technically not a lot of people run. Oh my god, they throw a Swift and they get... I don't know. I just said Swift and I thought Taylor Swift. But yeah, we end up catching here, and this Clefable's doomed. I guess it technically could have Psychic, but Psychic having 2 nerfs in the last 5 seasons means it's probably just not worth ever running, even for the coverage. So they end up throwing the Moonblast. Technically, probably the right move to do. Very wrong to have shielded this, though. This Moonblast doesn't kill. Too Swift don't even kill, I don't think. Yeah. So not too bad for us. We have a shield advantage now, and we're going for the KO here, and the switch advantage, the shield advantage. We kind of have everything. Is a Zoomer on the back. Can we get to the Earthquake? If we can't... Oh, Niantic screwed us. We so lagged out at the end there, if you noticed that. That sucks. I guess we just have to hope they don't have Hydro Pump here, to be honest. You definitely... Okay, that's a really good sign, because almost all these Azumarill run Play Rough, because you have to be able to do something in the Azumarill mirror match. So most likely its moves are just really bad against Carbink. We are going to get a little bit of damage here. They actually still have to throw a move at us. Greninja is not going to get farmed down. Oh, well, we are kind of low. I mean, we resist these bubbles. Okay, he will farm us down, but not before we do a ton of damage. And again, the likelihood of them having Hydro Pump Ice Beam is so insane if this person has that. But we also have 2 shields. They're not going to get to multiple moves. They are in Rock Slide range, but most of the time you do want to go Moonblast. But at this specific instance, they have a Hydro Pump. That's weird. In this specific instance, you can definitely just go for the Rock Slide. I obviously I've seen it before, but it's a very low percentage to be Hydro Pump Ice Beam. I definitely wouldn't have shielded, even though I had the shield there. We're going for the bait again. Do they just always shield this? I mean, oh, we got the attack rise, but on a Mon that we don't really want to stand against. You kind of want to bring Carbink into this. I think we're getting super baited by... Oh, yeah, we have Stone Edge here. This is fine. So, interesting Water Pulse. So, it's probably running Water Pulse Ice Beam. This is the wrong move. Definitely should go for Stone Edge. It's super effective. Whereas this is resisted. The only thing is... They're probably pretty weak to Carbink in the back, if I'm guessing. I'm going to guess right now Mandibuzz. We go for the Earthquake again. Okay, well, it's good to know that we can definitely change what we're doing here. That is resisted. Going to get the farm down here, which is nice. They have Malamar in the back. This is actually really... Okay, so it's insane for us because Malamar is a Dark type versus our Fairy type of... we'll just let this take us out. Now, the one good thing for the Malamar is they actually are going to be able to get a lot of farm because this Foul Play is not going to KO. And they can farm us down before we get to our move. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I would have thrown the Hydro Cannon here. I guess we're kind of all in on Carbink anyways, so I guess we didn't care that much. We do want to be throwing Rock Slide in this matchup because they do technically resist Moonblast with the... Don't have Sludge. Okay, Play Rough's fine. They technically do resist the Moonblasts because they're Poison type. Alright, we're learning. Still KO'd though. What am I saying? Still KO'd. But we are going to be able... I mean, even if this is a superpower, it's not enough. Even now, a superpower wouldn't be enough. Double superpower might be enough if they had another, 4 seconds on us. All right, Ariados in the front here, going for the bait, going for the boost. I will say, probably going for the boost too much here. I do notice a lot of people just get kind of greedy for that. We definitely have to shield here. Lunge is super effective. We are one of the few Mon that do outpace Ariados, so that's very nice. We do, but in them using Lunge, they are reducing our attack, so they actually end up living here. Fantastic catch. Oh, it's on a cross poison. That's weird. Victor Bell comes in. We are going to make it to a Rock Slide. Oh, we do live this, I think. It is close, so I... Oh my god. We definitely don't make it to another move for sure now. They are running Mystical Leaf, but it's almost like the old Razor Leaf at this point. It's tough. This is going to be a tough game because they are going to get a Leaf Blade off here. It's going to do a decent amount. We do get a little bit of farm, which is really nice. The Ariados probably can't do that much. Oh, it ends up being a... Well, Here's the tough part. We're probably in earthquake range, and we need 2 earthquakes to KO them. We could go for a catch here, or we could let the energy roll off too. They're out of energy on Ariados. So, this is a sludge wave, though. A sludge bomb. We might live. No. That's GG. They do have a Clodsire here. They have a Venusaur. We end up coming in. We end up throwing the Night Slash here. Probably need to do a little bit of damage before going in with the Clodsire here as well. Definitely don't want to go in with the Carbink because you will get super effective move against you. Rock Slide definitely Stone Edge definitely the move to go for here. Oh, really odd that they didn't shield this. Now they're down in energy in the Clodsire matchup. Are they down? No, they're up on energy. Water Pulse. I actually know someone who's actually using Water Pulse, and they said it's actually amazing because no one knows it's coming, and it comes in before Earthquake, so they don't think it's going to be super effective against Clodsire, and they're very highly ranked. So that is interesting. Water Pulse is definitely an interesting choice. This is not as good as Earthquake, but obviously faster to get to. And then differing coverages where people aren't going to shield in certain situations because they're not going to be susceptible to the Earthquake. They end up coming in with Skeleturge, which is their last mon, and this is just a wrap. You technically don't have to shield anything, but we got them. I mean, we can use them. Shadow Ball is never going to be enough here. Incinerate is neutral. No. Incinerate's resisted. And yeah, that's just GG. Obviously, you very outpace the Clodsire here, but it is bulky enough to survive these Hydro Cannons, but it's taking a lot of damage in the meantime. Very interesting switch because an Earthquake doesn't KO. It actually makes it to where this is actually pretty good. You can actually... I would like to go for a little bit more farm there, probably 2 more, just to go up to 100 energy. But it is interesting to switch into the mirror once they're already below that halfway point, which means your Earthquake will KO them. They end up having a Mana Buzz here in the back, which means they're also weak to... Well, to be fair, most people are not running Stone Edge anymore, so they're probably not too scared of this Stone Edge. But now they're going to find out, right? I would let this go and then just come in with Carbink. Now we're really forcing their hand. Interesting. Wait 1 second. Actually really smart by the opponent to go for Aerial Ace there because it is actually going to do less damage than a Dark Pulse, and it's going to save you energy, and you get to get that extra Snarl in for farm down. Just wanted to give props where props are due. This is not bad for Carbink, to be honest. I like going for the Moonblast here. We're going to be in this matchup forever, and it's okay to just go for the big moves and not go for any baits here. Interesting. I like actually this. Technically, Azumarill baits, interesting. So technically you win the 2s here, but... Wait, let's think about it. Let's think about this for a second. The Carbink actually doesn't really need the shields, so it's fine to use the shields here, although I think Carbink will win on its own, so that's why using the shields against the Greninja... or with the Greninja is interesting because the Azumarill is not really priced in to shield any of these moves. So it's really interesting, like mind game almost, to let the Azumarill take infinite damage from the Greninja when we don't care about Greninja anymore. But we make them think that we care with the double shield scenario there. Very interesting. I don't think it's the way I would have played it, but it is interesting, and it's definitely a big mind game to play on the Azumarill. On kind of anyone that has a shield advantage. Or, I don't know. But they're so far disadvantaged from the... Unless this is Hydro Pump. But we're going to outpace anyways on the Greninja anyways. So we don't care that much. Alright. Either move KOs here, but technically Hydro Cannon... Well, maybe... Yeah, technically Hydro Cannon better. More chances. Frostlass, really good matchup for us actually, because we do resist everything they do, and we can actually throw the Night Slash for super effective, which means we can basically go for these boosts for free. Although technically Avalanche would do a lot of damage to us, even though we do resist it. So I'm fine shielding this, knowing that if they try to do something, we can shield that as well. They do end up coming with a Grass type. I didn't see what it was. Was it Venusaur? All right, we'll switch to Clodsire. Yeah, I like this. This is where a Sludge Bomb would have definitely come better handy. You get to the move faster. You don't have to worry about these moves as much. It's neutral. I guess the Stone Edge is also neutral, but it's just faster to get to. You won't have to worry too much about this Venusaur. And both of our Mon are good against, by the way, just to think about, both of our Mon in the back, the Clodsire and the Greninja, are very good against this Frostlass, and they can't get super greedy, even though they are doing fast attack, super effective damage to us, because the Stone Edge is actually threatening to one-shot. Although they shielded and got super greedy, and they're actually rewarded for it, so... What would I have done here? I think I probably would have come in with Clodsire and just kind of ate all this energy up. And then maybe if they back-to-back through, I would come in with Greninja. Tough for the opponent. A lot of people out here real weak to Carbink. It makes a lot of sense. Carbink's not really in the open league meta, so people haven't seen it in much time. Interesting that Umbreon's running Psychic. Probably running Psychic last... you know what's very interesting about it? So Foul Play, not the way to go. You definitely should just go that straight Psychic, although it doesn't really matter because you lose. But it is actually the only move in Umbreon's kit that can actually hit the Carbink for neutral damage. It actually ended up being the best move in this situation. Now, the situation's so bad for the opponent, it doesn't matter at all. But... interesting thought process though, and also it's super effective against Clodsire, but Psychic, again, we noted it earlier in the that might have been the other video actually, but in Clefable's case, you don't really want to go for the Psychic, even though it is giving you that extra coverage, because it has been nerfed twice in the last 5 seasons, so it's really just not that good, which is why the whole reason why Metacham started getting nerfed basically. Anyways, thank you for submitting the video. Again, anyone can submit videos and I will look at them, and if I have time I will definitely edit them, put them on the channel. You can check that link in the link below, and if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you want to continue to support me, definitely click that subscribe button. You'll see any content coming out, and if you want another video on this same league for some more tips and tricks to other teams, check that video out right there, and I'll see you in the next one.